incredible Nkuhumas are still not really in shot because, to be honest, there's not much that I can do in terms of repositioning, and so we find ourselves back with Mfumo. I have to say, it's an absolute pleasure to see him again. It's the first time I've seen him since I have been on leave, and the reason that it is a pleasure is so that I've actually had a chance to really closely examine the hole in his face. And it's amazing what fresh eyes, being away for a couple of weeks, can actually give you. Because that wound, to me, look, admittedly there is a large piece of grass in the way. Dave, can you do something about that, please?
You want me to cut it?
Yes, please cut it. You could just hop out quickly. So apart from the fact that it's entirely blocked by a piece of grass, I can see just from the angle that we're at that it is looking, I don't know, in 10 times better. It's absolutely unbelievable. I think it's probably opened up a little bit. It's going to heal in stages, and sometimes it'll get worse and sometimes it'll get better. But it really, I mean, he's well over the hump now, and he's definitely going to fully recover from that. But what a truly impressive example it is of just how unbelievable their immune system is. Just imagine as a human being what that kind of injury would have been like. And I mean, it would have been probably death to almost anybody that received it. That kind of infection right next to the sinuses. Those of you who've experienced toothache perhaps could sympathize with the situation that he found himself in. Incredibly uncomfortable. And he probably had a raging body temperature or fever for a while, and yet somehow he's managed to recover almost completely. And I think you'll find if we come back and look at his face in a year, there'll barely be a mark there. Maybe a little bit of an indent, a little bit of a scar, but I actually think it's a little bit sorry, it will have healed. I got distracted by the game drive comms there, I'm sorry. Just listening to what some of the people are chatting about and what their plans are for this afternoon. And their plans, I have to say, are far more active than that of our large and sleeping male lion. So I'm going to put it to a vote. I would quite like to go and trundle around and see what creatures the rain has perhaps inspired into movement. Perhaps we'll find a tortoise. I haven't seen a tortoise yet. I'd quite like to see one. Maybe a terrapin or two, and all sorts of insects and chirping birds. So what I'll do is I'll put it to you. What would you like to do? Would you like to stay, or would you like to leave the lions for now and then trundle back as it starts to get a little bit later? Maybe there's a chance that the cubs will pop out. They could also have moved. The lionesses might have moved them since there's not much left of the carcass, and there's 2 large male lions that are going to take the lion's share, quite literally. So they might have moved the cubs a little bit further to the south. We could go and have a look for them. Or do you want to stay for a little bit and see if these lions get active? I know last night they were very, very vocal. It was actually incredible, listening to the sounds of the wind and then the lions roaring at the same time. I definitely think we should spend a little bit of time here towards the end of the evening, either way. What do you think, Mfumo? And Mike, on the subject of there being not much food left, you want to know what is the average number of days that a lion pride will take to consume a buffalo? No, we can't see the buffalo at all from our perspective. It's somewhere that way. Mike, it depends on the side of the lion pride, and it depends on if there's males with them or not. And we've seen the Nkuhumas take 4 days to consume a large buffalo bull. Now, with 8 cubs and with these 2 males, this buffalo when was this buffalo killed? When was it? It was a day ago. It was quite literally 24 hours ago, or just a little bit more than 24 hours ago, and already it's gone. So it really does depend on just how many lions there are. I couldn't possibly begin to give you an average because I actually, off the top of my head, don't fully know what the average size of a lion pride is out here. There are some lion prides that number 20 when they're all together, possibly even more, in the Sabi Sand. And then we've got the Nkuhumas with 5 plus 8, 13, plus 2 males, 15 lions. Each of them eating roughly 5 to 10% of their body weight